Hey y'all. Taking care of business every day. That's what I do. Once again, it is Wednesday. So that means we're gonna do a deep dive into the comic book reviews, which were reviewed the previous week. I'd like it to mention y'all in here. Don't be bashful. Come on in. Later on, I'll probably mention it throughout the video, but I am going to be covering Panther's Prey as my oldie but goodie. But there's a link in the chat. If you look there for issue number 3, you can go back through my joints and see the actual reviews I did on Panther's Prey issues 1 through 4. They also give some shine to Monica Lynn, who is my favorite T'Challa lady. Yeah. Anase, what's going on, my guy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Y'all make sure y'all pull up Thursday too. If y'all action figure diggers, oh boy. Oh boy. I got some nostalgia. I got some it's getting ready to be on type stuff. I got, man, y'all are gonna be like, wow, he did that. So yeah, Thursday, make sure you pull up. Hey, Grand Madam, how you doing today? Got your message. We I just say right now we are considering. We're considering offers. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? What happens, and all that good stuff. But I'm glad. I'm like, oh, empty nest soon. You know what I'm saying? So we on that. We on the quest for the emptiness. So you know what I'm saying? As soon as we woo walk around in my drawers. Anyway. Anyways. Oh my goodness. We are here tonight to dive in to the plots, ramifications, and little things that you may not have noticed or could not notice because I designed my reviews in such a way, whereas if you want deeper understanding or you just want to talk about some of these comics or what went on in them, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. And even if you didn't read the comics, I am descriptive enough to give you an idea of what's going on and probably what will go on, since y'all done took to the habit of calling a brother a prophet. So I mean, if experience and continuously predictable patterns make one a prophet, then yeah, okay, let's go with it. If that's all I need to use to continue to maintain that moniker, that's gonna be easy. Anyway, the stuff we are gonna be playing around with tonight. Like there's a couple more of y'all in here making a quorum. I see some people in the back hiding. It's okay. You ain't gotta hide. It's a comic book review. We ain't gonna be saying nothing personal about nobody. We ain't gonna be talking about nobody, mama. Nothing like that. Battle Beast. That's a cover. Battle Beast, issue number 6. And if I'm being honest, for Battle Beast, this cover really says it all. Oh, shouts out to Ryan Otley and Robert Kirkman on the writing. Well, no shade, but Robert, you moved the story along, but Ryan is what made me keep looking at it. If that makes sense. As long as I was looking at it, right? Right. Okay. And then we got Mark Russell and Nuno Plati this book right here, Racer X #2, which I must say, much like my man David Pepos, who's doing Speed Racer, the comic captures the spirit of the old TV show. So if you were a fan of the original Speed Racer, we're going to dive into some of the similarities and even some of the people that appeared in both Speed Racer, the cartoon, and this Racer X comic. After that, Absolute Wonder Woman. Ooh, I got some stuff I want to show y'all about Absolute Wonder Woman and Queen Clea. A lot of people are like, oh, that's a cool new villain for her. Okay, it might be a cool new villain for Absolute Diana, but Queen Clea been around a minute, and I'll show y'all how long. Gatchaman, issue number 13. Holy smokes, killer whale mechs that shoot missiles out of their mouths. Okay, if it's Gatchaman, then yeah, because y'all make giant monsters out of turtles and shit. So, I mean, if you can make a turtle scary, then okay, let's run with it. But the main story in this book is the B team. And if you've been following my reviews on Gatchaman, you know about Mara and the B team and how they want to be the A team, but the A team's there. So what's the next best option for them? To betray the science organization and join the Galactor, kill their top operatives, and become the top operatives. Damn, did I just encapsulate that book in 10 seconds? But we're going to dive into it. Story by Sam Humphries, art by Chris Batista. I love Chris Batista's art. Amazing. And Buddy Bedoin gets work over there at Mad Cave. Buddy, I ain't mad at you, homie. Oh, and I forgot to mention in this Wonder Woman comic book, not that I forgot to mention it, but I feel like they need their respects. Hayden Sherman and Kelly Thompson on art and writer. I voted for y'all in the award, the Starlight Awards, best new, them, and Joseph Illidge for Bloodletter. Anywho, and then last but not least, the great Jimmy Palmiotti and Pascal Quilano bring us Blue Falcon and Dynonutt. Yet another blast from your past, Generation X. Rejoice. This is what you get to get reviews on. And what y'all been talking about since I've been talking. Grand Madam says she remember those days. Me too, Grand Madam. Me too. and we shall see those days again soon. The universe willing. Oh, and Anansi say you like the way I like the way Ryan Otley draws too. And dare I say his style is slightly reminiscent of Eric Larson. Also, as promised, Panther Spray. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about that. Basically, I could have just said we can talk about issues 1 through 4. I didn't have to show you. Did I have to show you? Anyway, Don McGregor, Dwayne Turner. Dwayne Turner. If you know, you know. Also, the first appearance of Killmonger. Little art for you. Little art, little history. The first appearance of Willis Stryker, a.k.a. Diamondback. Yes, That is Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, issue number 2. And no, I did not pay $12 for this. It just happens to be in a recycled sleeve that had $12 on it. Do you, if I could get Luke Cage, Hero for Hire for $12, don't you think I would? I know I would. I especially would. I'm known for stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes. We're talking about Eric Larson now. Yeah, Eric Larson is another great artist. I loved his artwork on the Spider-Man books. Did you love his artwork on Savage Dragon? I mean, I liked that run. That run that he was on was the run that introduced Cardiac. So yes, I absolutely love Eric Larson, but I got to know him best with Savage Dragon. And of course that's his baby. So he was taking a lot of loving care with it. Never read Savage Dragon? No time like the present, now. See, just because you ain't never read it don't mean you can't ever read it. The Savage Dragon universe is what the Invincible universe is now. But I think they're one gear beneath Invincible. I mean, you had a lot of oh my gosh moments in Savage Dragon, but by and large, I think he didn't go as hard as he could have went. But Kirkman and Otley took it and said, let's just do what Eric Larson was doing over in Savage Dragon and put the wheels on it. And that's basically what you got. And that's why I say, because the art is so reminiscent of Eric Larson's that it makes you think, man, is Eric Larson talking to him? Why he's drawing? Is Eric Larson penciling some of them pages? But no. Let's get into this. Let's go on and get into it. Battle Beast, number 6. Otley and Kirkman. The man who brings you The Walking Dead. Why would you not expect a comic book like this from him? The man that brings you Invincible. Why would you not expect this? This comic book opens. First page. First frame. I think I have it. Hang on. You know what? I deleted it. But I can show you real quick. First page, first frame. Opens with an impaling. Just like the last page on the previous issue ended with the impaling. We going straight into it. He's crawling and squirming up this sword, all to get close enough to do that. He took a big bite out of her, and she screamed. So, I mean, Juggernaut's supposed to be all that and a bag of chips, but you see, Thok is like, hey, I eat y'all. I eat y'all. I ate your brother's arm, and you licking your lips while you in a fight, telling somebody they look and taste delicious. Battle Beast is unhinged, and the only thing that will satisfy him is his demise. And he's gunning for the roughest, toughest, rootinest, tootinest individuals in the galaxy and going hard, as you can plainly see. But the Juggernaut was no slouch. She said, boy, if you want to fight, I will give you all you can take and more. Broke his sword and then was like, now what you gonna do? But she didn't know that mug regenerates and regenerated right up her gut. She took a powder. She ran away. She actually ran away. So the biggest developments in this book, other than battle beasting, as per usual, is we got an appearance Grand Regent Thrag. That's right. And Craig. I mean, not Craig. Krieg. How do you pronounce it? Krieg. I call him Craig. With the little eyeball thing. Krieg. So Krieg and Thrag make an appearance. Ever so brief, but they do make an appearance. And Thrag is in all of his, you better do what I say or I'm going to F you upness. Is how he responds to what's going on in this book, because Fantania, in their purview, is out of control. We Viltrumites, so we got to bring Fantania under control. You know what, Krieg? Go get Conquest. Conquest is the only one who can quell this planet. So we gonna see a battle beast and Conquest fight. Meanwhile, the Colossus dude on the other planet, who he thought he killed, isn't dead, regenerated, and is more than likely coming for battle beast. So you got Colossus, you got Juggernaut. We don't know what's happening with her. She's sitting in the castle being nursed, getting bandages put on her while she eating somebody. Thinking, I got to get another nail, because the cosmic nail was she used to trap her brother. It's finna be some pretty gory damn fights in the next couple of issues of Battle Beast. And we got Viltrumites on the way. And it's pretty safe to say Battle Beast might go through one or two before. Because think about it. This is in the past. And we know the deal with Conquest. Does Conquest have that artificial hand because? Or has that already been? I don't remember if that had been explained how he got that artificial gun. Did he get it because Battle Beast bit his arm off? I hope so. That'll add more to the legend of Battle Beast. I ain't never seen a character to get more shine after they die than Battle Beast. Battle Beast get more shine unalived than he did when he was around. Dang, y'all doing all that talking to each other? Come on, yo! What's good? You just in time. I guess you caught some of what I was talking about with Battle Beast. I see these Diesel made it. Hey, Big Steez up in the building. Okay, it's a party now. Y'all up in this baby. But anyway, overall, I think the pacing of Battle Beast is great. It's what a comic book should be. A comic book is mostly pictures, right? A writer can certainly choose to put dialogue in a comic from cover to cover. And there are a few comics in all of comicdom, more than a few, that are interesting because of their dialogue. But for Battle Beast, we got just the right amount of dialogue. Enough dialogue to explain what's going on, and then let's just that's the Ryan Otley and Robert Kirkman, if you watch this live, keep doing exactly what you're doing with Battle Beast. It's working. Give me enough plot thread to keep the carnage going. Because let's be honest, we already know what happens in the end with Battle Beast. He ends up becoming an accoutrement for Viltrumite. Period. I mean, but at least the dude said, I'll wear your hide with honor because you are a most honorable opponent. Because if we be quite honest, he could have effed him up. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm going to be fair and honorable. Your insides are outside, so I'm going to put my insides outside too. Weird, but I mean, he wants to be unalive. So that makes a whole lot of sense. Battle Beast thoughts, comments, discussion. Comments, thoughts, discussion. I always had a college professor who would say that. Comments, thoughts, discussion. Nothing? Nothing for Battle Beast? Nothing for Ryan Otley? No. Oh, I know what I forgot to mention because right now they're so damn boring. Prince Salaka, the little turd that's hanging out with Battle Beast. The one who got stepped on in issue 5. I guess Wagula put a spell on Prince Salaka like she put on Battle Beast sword. He regenerates. So see, he got his little feet growing back and shit. And the computer is still in the suit. So it's able to get mobile. You feel me? So there's a lot. Oh, and Battle Beast is effed up, but he ain't dead. And as we know, Battle Beast don't give up until he is or they are. So and usually does it in the most gruesome way. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, what we talking about over here in the comments. I like to go to the comments frequently because I want you to be a part of this discussion. I don't want it to just be me running my yap all day about these comics. Y'all in here, so let's get involved. Theo said, I PH Ux with it. Making the character interesting after their demise is nice work. You ain't never lied, bro. That's what I said. I'm like, he's more popular now. You know what I'm saying? And then you done been on TV and people done seen how you get down and now they want to know. Well done, Mr. Kirkman. Well done. I want to learn from you. I want to learn some of them tricks you got that make stuff successful. Kamoyo say Battle Beast needs to be an anime. Oh yeah, it would be childishly easy to do. Why can't they just break off and do a spinoff from Invincible? Bam! It's right there. So yeah, if you listening, Mr. Kirkman, people are clamoring for a Battle Beast anime, animated series. That would be a mere pittance for y'all to make happen, and I'd be there for it, bruh. Battle Beast, go hard. I said that after a couple issues. His Battle Beast demeanor is very similar to Conan's in that he has a IDGAF attitude towards everything and everybody, and anybody who got a problem with it, let's run that fade. That's basically Conan in a nutshell too. Conan, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to go where I want to go. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. And if you do, a fade come with it. You know what I'm saying? And we know that's stock all day. Yeah, I'm going over here. Oh, it's a fight over here. I want to fight. Y'all might be able to kill me. I doubt it, but I might get some cool weapons out of it. I know these people can't kill me, but I can at least get some cool weapons out of this that I can use to kill other people. Sound like Conan to me. What Conan saying, Conan the Destroyer, when the two wizards is talking to each other trying to explain stuff, he pulled out his knife. Enough talk. Let's get to the fighting. And that's Battle Beast all day. Galactic Patrol all around him. I'm going to jump out my ship and bite, eat, and unalive everybody. Yes. He very, 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 very much has a Sumerian mentality. It is, Grand Madam. It is a very fun read. In as much, I think, at least for me, I don't know, people who like to read, it's a much more enjoyable visual experience. Because, like I said, there's enough writing and dialogue to string the plot, to give you, so it ain't just chaos and mayhem for 22 pages. It's like, okay, this is why he's doing what he's doing, and he's doing it with these people or these beings, and they don't like him. You traveling with with beings that don't like you, but y'all getting in the adventure. And you never know when, during that adventure, one of these mugs might be like, I don't like you, so I'm going to double cross you. But I guess if your desire is to be unalived, then hanging with some people who don't have your best interest in mind might possibly be the way to do that. So it's weird logic, but it's sound logic if you're Battle Beast. Oh, Diesel. Say you got to catch up on Battle Beast and just found out Robert Kirkman's Skybound is developing an animated Transformers G.I. Joe series based off these new comics. I'm there for it. Anything Generation X, I'm here for. Let's do it. Adult animation like Invincible. Yes. Literally, if it does it mentally. Same. Let's move on to the next book. And the next book, as promised, Racer X. Mark Russell, writer. Nuno Platti, artist. I like that name. It is decidedly Italian. Nuno Platti, it's Vito Patinzo. Yeah, that's Nuno Platti is very, very, very much Italian. I'd be willing to bet money on it. I ain't never met the guy, ain't never seen a picture of it, ain't never talked to him, but I am willing to bet with a name like Nuno Platti, he is from the Mediterranean regions of this planet. Oh, literally, if it dies mentally. That makes more sense. Anyway, we gonna slide on, like I said, to the next boogie book. Right there. Racer X. Now, shouts out real quick to both Mark Russell and David Pepos, who's doing Speed Racer. That's also by Mad Cave Studios. For paying attention to canon, for paying attention to source material. Thank you for respecting my childhood and not turning some of my dearest and favorite cartoon characters into some stuff that they never were. So, Mark Russell, David Pepos, stand up, take a bow. What do I mean? All right, allow me to explain. This guy right here has one of those names like they all have on Speed Racer. That there is Cruncher Block. Yep, that's his name, Cruncher Block. Cruncher Block, he works for Dante Furno. I love these names. They fix the races. And I mean, they straight up fix them hoes. They got printouts, all of that. Now they already know they want their man to win. So if we want Floyd Scatterhouse to win, that means the car acrobatic team is going to be out there wrecking everybody's car who ain't Floyd Scatterhouse or who's close to winning the race. In this case, we know that's Speed Racer. So we want Floyd Scatterhouse to win, so we definitely bumping Speed Racer. We definitely going to try to off Speed Racer. We definitely going to try to unalive Speed Racer and the Mach 5, which is true to tradition, true to what goes on in that anime, in that cartoon, in that series. Go Speed Racer, go. Why? He's up and flying as he guns his car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like I'm sorry. I was getting ready to go into the song. I'm not going I'm not going to go into the song, y'all. But anyway, what Cruncher Block is having his boys do? Wreck Racer X's car, the shooting star. So if we wreck Racer X's car, Racer X ain't even going to be able to be in the race. So that's what this issue's about. It's pretty dirty, underhanded ass mugs that in the Formula X racing industry. An Alpha Motor Company ran by Dante Furno is some of the dirtiest of them all because Dante Furno is connected to the mob. And even Dante Furno is beholden to the mob. Ain't nobody above the mob. Now, what Racer X does is he goes to Hangar 4, which is where they storing their cars, whatever, and paints Floyd Scatterhouse's car to look like the shooting star. So when Cruncher Block's boys come to do their thing on it, or what they think they doing their thing on, they just messed up Floyd Scatterhouse's car. So now the money that Dante Furno owes to the mob, yeah. So thank you, Racer X. And that's what he's doing. So on to the race. Of course, we racing and we get Speed Racer type stuff going on. See what I'm saying? You get Speed Racer type action. That's great art by Nuno Platti, by the way, of the Mach 5 of those cars, because you ain't just got to stay on the road. You can go up on the sides, and you know what I'm saying? So very realistic and art reminiscent of what we used to seeing from a Speed Racer cartoon. Again, thanks fellas for helping me go, oh golly, that's so childhood reminiscent. Racer X is on the track, not to win, but just to assist Speed and get him out of the race alive. So to that effect, Racer X doing shit like that. Bumping. Racer X ain't got no problem bumping folks off the road either. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they trying to do to Speed Racer and him, right? They was trying, so, play stupid ass games. There's your stupid ass prize. Racer X doing that to you. Now, they done just got too dirty, dog. Y'all gonna shoot my man? So Y'all gonna shoot my man? So he can't win the race for real? Y'all are serious about him not winning, huh? Shoot his ass. But low key, I have 150% seen that in a Speed Racer cartoon. That is not unusual for a Speed Racer cartoon. Has the Mach 5 ever been shot at? Hell yeah. Many, many, many times. That's why Pops made it bulletproof. Or at least the windshield. Ultimately, we know Speed Racer wins that race. Speed Racer always wins, right? Right. So in winning that race, that's going to make the car acrobatic team and Dante Furno come down at you and on you even harder. So that's all the more reason why Speed has to have someone looking out for him. And it don't hurt that the someone looking out for you is actually your older brother who ain't really dead and you thought he was. I still don't get that. Why can't you tell him? I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing like with superheroes. You know what I mean? I can't tell you who I am because that's going to put you in danger with the people that I'm already in danger with. Because let's not forget, in issue 1, he stole money from Dante Furno to fund his design of the shooting star. So they out there looking for Driver X, who may or may not be Racer X. They may or may not know that's him. You know what I'm saying? So he's putting just as much on the line as Speed is. Now, at the end of all of this, Racer X challenges Speed Racer to a race. Now, he didn't really challenge him. He just wanted to see how he could handle himself in a situation like that. And he challenged him. He said, if I win, I get your car. If you win, you get something. And what he gave him, because him winning the race, it wasn't even enough, to cover some of the expenses. And we know Pops is in the hospital and he got a gang of bills. So this is really helping Speed out. And Speed Racer asked him, how you get all this money? Racer X placed a bet on Speed Racer. I love it. So basically, I bet on you and I guaranteed your win. Racer X is definitely an X factor in the world of Formula X racing. Anyway, let me see what y'all talk about in the comments. These thieves will say, yes, several great illustrators are from Italy. Yeah. And no Platti is no exception. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect Italian people. If I did, I apologize. And South America, yes. I believe the great Stefano Caselli. No, Stefano Caselli's from Italy. Never mind. Yeah, it does. It does, don't it? It does. He say they villains, they Cruncher Block, Dante Furno. I can't wait to see what the mob boss name is. I know he gonna have some crazy name too. These thieves say I can't help hearing Ghostface. They 500. Oh, ha. Okay, yes, I do. I love the art. And Nuno Platti has outdone himself. I'm a fan all day. I can rock with it. Gotta go. That's what I said. Which I mean, it's not nothing new. I mean, but it's just like, dang, y'all are willing to go that far. Y'all are willing to unalive people to ensure victory. Y'all are bad people. I'm too bad Paul Martin ain't here. Evil for evil's sake. Paul would like that. Yeah, after Speed won the race, X was standing behind him. But after he won the race and, Speed turned around, Racer. But again, you are paying attention. How many times you watch Speed Racer? And Speed Racer say, Where did Racer X go? I wanted to thank him. Mr. Russell is paying attention to canon. I'm making this comic book feel like an episode of Speed Racer. It takes love to do that. You got to care to give such a respectful rendition of a character like that. And again, I say hats off to Russell and Plotty for their work on Racer X. Y'all have captured the essence of what that anime is supposed to be through your comic. And I, for one, again, like I said, it's a lot of Generation Xers in the comments. We hear and we love folks that love things Generation X. So again, hats off, much love, much respect. You know what I'm saying? To be continued. Hope so. Because of the Daytona 500 music video, they used nothing but Speed Racer cartoon clips. Yeah, they did. But yeah, other than that, comments, thoughts, discussion. Anyone? Please. Edutainment is what I do. So, at any time, if y'all want to throw one of them random questions out there, I'm here for that. We got time. I can field a random question or two about the comics. Not, hey, how do you feel about Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind, and Fire? That's not what we talk about. Don't do that shit. Please and thank you. Well, I will count to 7 real slow, and then I will move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5. 5 3/4, 6. And 7. All righty. Now, tell them is in the building. Tell them what you need to tell them, brother. We in the building. You wonder what other characters Speed Racer has crossed paths with. There is an anime that came out around the same time as Speed Racer from Tatsunoko called Gatchaman. I don't think Gatchaman ever made it over here to the States, but I know there was a crossover between Gatchaman and Speed Racer. Didn't David talk about this comic on your live? He did. He discussed this. We discussed this comic, and he was talking about how the two would be, real. I had no idea how really closely but I mean, it makes sense. It's Racer X and Speed Racer. Y'all gotta talk. Racer X you can't have a Racer X without. I mean, you can have a Racer X without a Speed Racer. There was a Racer X comic where you rarely even saw Speed Racer. I don't think you ever saw Speed Racer in Racer X comic, because Racer X was off somewhere with machine guns shooting people, and you know what I'm saying, doing all kind of crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense, and I'm here for it. I enjoy comic renditions of old Tatsunoko animated series. I would love to see a Hurricane Polymar comic book. Ooh, did I hit y'all too hard? Did I hit y'all too hard? Well, what y'all throw down in the comments without Googling what you know about Hurricane Polymar. And while you telling me in the comments what you know about Hurricane Polymar, I'm gonna move on to another Tatsunoko favorite. Bam! Gatchaman. Issue number 13. That's where we at. That's what we doing. That's how we rocking. We about 45 minutes in. We got 2 more books to go. Oh my goodness. Did I just stump the Rock With Me Nation? I will take a second since everybody is stumped and they don't have the benefit of Google, Hurricane Polymar was an anime. I think that it premiered late 60s, early 70s. Tatsunoko, same animation style. There was this scientist that came up with this helmet, and this young man.
The anime you are likely thinking of is Science Ninja Team Gatchaman.
No, it isn't. You're wrong. See, I'm stomping Google. And he had this helmet, and when he put this helmet on, he had his little costume, and he already knew martial arts. The guy already knew martial arts, so he had on this costume, and his costume would enhance him a little bit, and he did like nice little kicks, nice little jump kicks. But the cool thing about it was this suit could turn into, get ready, this suit could turn into a vehicle with a drill on the front that could drill underground, a tank, and a fighter jet. That was Hurricane Polymar. That pretty much, and we always had this thing where he was always like, he was the bungling idiot. You know what I mean? So as long as he was a bungling idiot, nobody suspected that he was Hurricane Polymar. So there, secret organizations and all kinds of stuff like, and manga, the animation company Manga, they did a OVA of Hurricane Polymar. So that's more recent than the 70s show and will be easier to obtain. But Hurricane, Polymar, Hurricane Polymar. That is that anime. So now, say you watch a ton of anime, you will remember it because that was one of the first animes I watched where they didn't make no catchy American version. It was just a Japanese Hurricane Polymar. Yeah, so they didn't take no time to give here he comes. They didn't give you none of that. They like, nah, y'all get Japanese version. Too bad. Sorry. But anyway, Gatchaman issue number 13 is quite interesting and weird. Yeah, I said it. Interesting and weird. Why is it weird? Okay, I got images. Reason number 1. Though this is right on brand for Gatchaman, Battle of the Planets, a mechanical killer whale that shoots missiles out his mouth. In a world where we get giant robot turtles and giant cuttlefish, we should not be shocked at killer whales that shoot missiles out of their mouths. And I agree. Yes, it's silly. So very silly. But June did have a real cool moment where she did like some flipping somersault and stuff and blew one up. So that was nice. But that wasn't even the real story in this issue. I mean, we had, Science Ninja Team protecting what they protect, and June did some stuff where, she got an opportunity to show her underwear. But I mean, what do you expect? June's going to show her underwear because she's got on a maxi skirt and she's fighting crime and giant robots and aliens. So yeah, it's going to pop up every now and then, but maybe she should consider, I don't know, leggings, tights. I don't know, but Japanese anime and the women in them. And that's all I have to say about that. Joe, aka Jason, is really down on himself because he wasn't able to do some cool stuff like June did and blow up one of the killer whale mechs. So he was feeling bad. And Ken was like, "Oh, it's okay, buddy." But the real story, like I said, is this right here. The traitors that betrayed the Science Ninja team because they wanted to shine. That's a great reason to be evil. That's a lot. How many villains can you name that either they wanted to shine over somebody else in part or totally was part of their motivation for becoming evil? It's a very common motif in comics. So and that's why I say that's what the deep dives is for. How many villains you know? If Reed Richards had never come to Victor Von Doom's room and looked at his calculations and said, "Hey, you're off here a few decimals on some stuff," we would not have the Reed Richards Dr. Doom rivalry. Golden Age Superman and Lex Luthor. He's got the best excuse ever for hating Superman. Superman blew some chemicals on his head that made him permanently bald. I mean, it's petty as hell, but then Luthor is arrogant as hell. So you made me bald. I'm not going to stop until I destroy you. Now, when they updated him with the John Byrne run in 86, they made Lex Luthor xenophobic. But trust and believe, his motivation for trying to destroy Superman all these years is because Superman induced alopecia in him. Go look it up if I'm lying. Anyways, Zoltar or Berg Katza, depending on what version you watched, last issue, he had them kill his old squad to prove they deserve to be his new squad of henchmen. And they even took a vow and said, "We vow to Galactor to do all of this stuff and blah, 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 and whoop, whoop, whoop." And one dude wasn't with it, and Zoltar burnt his ass up, burnt him little bitty bits. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do that. Once you in, baby, you in. You Galactor. You Galactor or you're toast, apparently. And then after a little pomp and circumstance, he gave them their uniforms and made them the Neo Blackbirds. So I see a Neo Blackbird Gatchaman showdown coming in the future. So Mara gonna get the show if she nice like that, because she probably gonna be going head up with Ken. And Ken gonna be trying to convince her, "Oh, why did you just turn bad? Oh, Mara wants you and these guys." But I like that we finally got a black, not necessarily Gatchaman, but y'all injecting a little bit of color into the mix. And so, I see you. I see you. Baby steps, Sam. Baby steps. I get it. I get it. But y'all been kind of sometimey on Gatchaman. Some days y'all be like, "Ooh, we liking it," and "Ooh, we feeling it." And other days it's like 10 views. 11 views. So some days y'all feeling Gatchaman. Because what I try to do is I'm trying to, I read it first. I read it first. I don't run and bring a book to y'all. You will never see me running to try to be the first person to do a video on a book. So when they drop on Wednesday, I'm running, "Oh, look at the buy, look at the buy." I'm sorry. No. You weren't supposed to understand that because it wasn't words, dear. Anyway, you want a concise review that challenges your sensibilities or cites things that you probably weren't observing or pay attention to, or as we do in edutainment land, hit you with some stuff you didn't know. So That's the purpose of things like this, not to just be the first one to do it and get all the subs and shine and yeah. But is it really? Because I know a lot of people, when one person does a topic on something, people will watch their video and do nothing but cover all the things that other person didn't mention. I don't know if that takes away from the first person, but it certainly makes it easier for the second person to make a video. So learn the technique. Anywho, comments. Nightellum thinks the killer whales are ridiculous. Free Willy. You know what? You know what? I thought the same thing, Theo. He posts, you the smartest person in your universe, but you don't got a cure for alopecia. Come on, Lex. You're doing something incredibly wrong. Maybe that's why they changed the canon. Because it's like, that is stupid as hell. You made the Legion of Doom because you bald headed. Yeah. Man, I believe they even showed that on the Super Friends, on Challenge of the Super Friends. In I think it was like the Super Villains, the Secret Origins of the Super Villains. They showed that. So yeah, go dig that up. HBO Max. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go look for it tonight. But yeah, real stuff. Hey, two Jewish guys, Siegel and Schuster, came up with the motivation. I don't. Hey, I'd have thought of a better, plot for revenge than me being bald headed. That's why I want revenge, because I'm bald headed. I'm having more fun reading this stuff over Marvel and DC. Imagine that. Maybe I ain't just capping. But yo, you say, man, the way YouTube is they suppressing the hell out of my content, ain't they? I mean, stuff that's guaranteed bangers. 40, 30. I'm like, what? No, people ask me to do this video. Now they ain't watching it? Classically, it makes no sense. Make it make sense. Yeah, well, I'm still here and I'm still swinging, and you'll get tired before I will. Anyways, questions, comments, discussion with regard to Gatchaman, issue 13. Is there a thought? This must have been before bald heads were sexy. Late 30s, early 40s. Yeah. It was before bald heads were sexy. Way before bald heads were sexy. And nobody bothered to change the canon until 1986. So I get it. I have you set to all notifications, and I still run across videos you drop that I didn't know about. Yeah, I know. That's why we stretching out. We trying to stretch out and put our content in other places, because if one organization won't appreciate it, another organization will eventually. Like I said, they get tired before I will. I know they will. So these thieves will say, I always I always big up Dynamite Man Cave. Seems to be same type of publisher. Yes, because some of the same artists that write for Man Cave, Dave Pepos, write for Dynamite as well. So yeah, 100. Me too, Kamoya. I wish they weren't either. Because I want to get that Ken so bad, but I don't love Ken like $150 Ken. Plus tariffs. Nah, I don't love Ken like that. But we're gonna get to this in a second because y'all still got questions, so I'm gonna stop. Would you like a live action Gatchaman today? With all the things that they can do now, the computer generated effects that they can produce now, a live action Gatchaman would completely and totally kick ass. You know what I'm saying? The way Gatchaman moves, the way the Science Ninja team leaps and jumps and banks off of stuff and does the things hell yeah, a Gatchaman live action movie would be fire. They have a live action Japanese version that they did in the early 2000s, and it's like, let America do it, y'all. Or collaborate with an American studio, or at least Industrial Light and Magic, somebody who can make y'all stuff pop. And they didn't even follow canon. It's their stuff, and y'all didn't follow the canon. Forgot you, man. So I think that's another reason why it didn't do so well. And you say, let the comic writers write the movie. Yeah. Let Sam Humphries write it. Let Dave Pepos write it. You know what I'm saying? They do it justice. They love the sort. Gen X loves Gen X. And so we gonna show love to our projects and the things that went on between 1965 and 1980. We definitely gonna show it love. Or 1990, even further in. Yeah. Oh, you say you remember that cheap visual? Yeah, I got it on DVD, and Lord of mercy, somebody help them peoples over there. I mean, they getting better, but still, man, it's like, man, yeah. Even when the story and everything's good, they special effects be. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, let somebody help y'all. Let somebody help y'all. And speaking of letting somebody help y'all, Absolute Wonder Woman number 12. There are a lot of things going on in that book. And real quick, before I tell you about all of them things that's going on in that book, I want to remind y'all to pull up for the live tomorrow evening. I will be doing my usual Thursday live. Please, y'all, pull up for it. I got some talk topics that I'm gonna talk y'all face off about. And there's a couple things that I didn't mention in the pub that's gonna be in the live. So there's extra little and eyes that you really want to be there for. So please allot some time. Pull up for the live tomorrow evening, 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Edutainment, what we do. Anyway, Absolute Wonder Woman. Ready to talk about it? Yeah, let's talk about it. First, Queen Clea. Queen Clea, who has been in the last couple issues of Wonder Woman. Newsflash, kids. Queen Clea is not a new character. Okay? What is that? Is that the Phil Jimenez run on Wonder Woman? Who is that in the lower right hand corner? That looks like Queen Clea. Let's get a picture. Yeah. See, Queen Clea is not new. Queen Clea has been. Oh, I want that Giganta. I need that Giganta action figure. I know it was a builder figure that they did with the Mattel version. I need. You want to give me a Christmas present? Give me that Giganta and Dragon Man. Yeah. Queen Clea been taking shots from Diana for a long time. A long time. Queen Clea made her debut all the way back in 41. Looky there. But anyways, Queen Clea today, she doing it in platform heels, my guy. I was like, what? And she giving Diana the business. She done been cut up, stabbed, she kneeing her, banging her like that. You know what I'm saying? So Queen Clea ain't no pushover. You know what I'm saying? As you can see. But Queen Clea, a little bit of backstory, she is not an Amazon. Queen Clea, in Golden Age canon, Queen Clea is a Oranian, I think Aurania is an Oranian, which is a colony or offshoot of Atlantis. So what she's being hit with is Atlantean strength. How many times have we seen Aquaman and Diana go at it? So an Atlantean can hold their own against a demigod. Speaking of Aquaman, the trident of Poseidon makes its debut. Well, actually, it made its debut at the end of issue 11. But in issue 12, we've got the trident of Poseidon. And she looks absolutely badass wielding it. So how soon before we see absolute Aquaman? We got absolute Superman. We got absolute Batman. Hell, we even got absolute Flash, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter, along with Wonder Woman. So why wouldn't we have an absolute Aquaman to round out the absolute Justice League? But we know there's a different Justice League if you've been reading Absolute Evil. It's almost kind of backwards in this universe. But I get it. I understand where they're coming from because there's xenophobic when it comes to superpowered beings in this version of Earth. But we get to see Queen Hippolyta for the first time in this issue when Io is returned to Themyscira. So we do indeed know that Diana is from Themyscira, but she picked up all her tricks and trunks and trinkets and magic potions and poultices dealing with Circe. And they let the Amazons know. So are the Amazons going to get involved? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to come to Gateway City and be like, oh, Diana, hey, girl, how you doing? But no, they can't do that, can they? Because if you've been reading Absolute Wonder Woman, she's got this self-imposed exile because she outsmarted gods. But isn't that what demigods do, y'all? If you've ever read Greek mythology, you know what I'm saying? Theseus and and Oedipus and Theseus, and Perseus, they all either outsmarted or rubbed noses with the gods or demigods or some kind of monster and outsmarted them or defeated them. So look at Wonder Woman as a modern day Perseus or modern day Hercules or Jason or something like that. At least that's how I regard it, and it's kind of fun to me that way, because mythology was one of the things that kind of bolstered my love for comics, because I would see mythological characters in mythology like Bullfinch and Dolaire's mythology, stuff like that, and then I would see Zeus in Marvel comics and DC comics. You see Ares, and it was like, oh, they're doing Greek mythology too. I like this, and hence the reading continues. But anyway, up next in Absolute Wonder Woman, guess what else we getting? Absolute Zatanna, courtesy of Veronica Cale. I am here for Absolute Zatanna. They got her Hannibal Lectered. Girl, you ain't getting ready to say nothing unless we want you to, because you gonna mess things up. You start talking. So yeah, magic against magic, I guess. Anyways, questions, comments, discussions regarding Absolute Wonder Woman number 12. How y'all feeling about that there? Well, before I ask that, why don't I just dive into the comments and see how y'all feel? Ferdinand. Oh yeah, Ferdinand's fine. Ferdinand went through the portal and got to the Hyron. So Ferdinand is with Steve Trevor and Etta Candy and everybody over there. Matter of fact, everybody who was in the maze, except for Io, is at the Hyron. Because for some strange reason, when Io came through the portal, she disintegrated. And then reintegrated in Themyscira. So that sounds like some weird magic stuff. But anyway, is what it is. Yeah, their VX departments are behind, but they've always excelled at animation. Go figure, right? Kamoyo said, Clea said, happy fades giving. Absolutely. No pun intended. Absolute Aquaman gonna be a problem. When they finally do decide to bring him out. Yes, sir. Gray in the building. Was happening. What's up? What's up? What's up? Better late than never. I got one more to go after this, bro. So hang on. Oopsie. Absolute Wonder Woman's complete fit is just chef's kiss. I almost want that look to transfer over to Prime. She does have something that, hang on a second. Little side dip we're gonna take here for a second, because somebody wants a sentimental Wonder Woman journey. I think I have it. Maybe I'll put it in there. Let's check. Oopsie. There we go. It's probably not under what its name is. Doggone it. Anyways, I had an image of all of Wonder Woman's costumes. I don't know what on earth I've done with it. Okay. Don't want to know that bad. Here, I hit you with this though. Oh, let me slow down. Anyway, did y'all know? Oops. Did y'all know? Anyway, Now I tell him, said, is Absolute Zatanna an absolute monster in this universe on some Wanda No More Mutants type ish? Huh. Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, if they got her bound and gagged, do they have her bound and gagged because they know she gonna stop them if they don't put something in her to make her do what they want her to do, or is Zatanna evil in this universe? We have seen very different versions of the main universe characters, but yeah, abso-freaking-lutely, y'all. I'm here for it. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Absolute Wonder Woman is absolutely Wonder Womaning. Is that a word? Womaning? Wonder Womaning? Absolute Wonder Woman is Wonder Womaning. I found the image and no, that costume is not in there. Okay. We saluting Gray. Gray, we salute you. As we move on, no more questions, comments, or discussion. Okay. Then we're gonna slide on to the last newbie. Well, honorable mention. Absolute Batman. Since I'm talking about Absolute Batman shows us the premiere of, you see it, Absolute Catwoman. All I'm gonna say about this comic book right here, Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne do a lot of smashing in this book. Did y'all hear me? I said Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne do a lot of smashing in this book. They blending. They doing the horizontal polka. You know what I'm saying? Can I say nappy dugout? Giving up the nappy. Yeah, they was doing that. You know what I'm saying? And you know how big Absolute Batman is. And Selena Kyle still regular size Selena Kyle. I give you one page. Can y'all see that? Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's like I told Theo, I was checking out Absolute Batman. I was like, because at first I was like, huh. Because I went back and I got issue 1. And I'm like, that's issue 1? Damn. I'm buying this. So yeah, yeah. So we might have to add Absolute Batman to the absolute list. they doing some things. Oh, and Joker don't smile. And Joker don't like jokes. He a different kind of Joker. But anyway, last book of the newbie, Blue Falcon and Dynonutt #2. Again, what I say about Dynamite and Mad Cave? Generation X. Now, before we get into this, let me get a comments on. I got some absolute Batman comments. It look like Smash a lot. A whole lot. Because that's only one page. Anyway, yeah, whole lot of clapping. Oh, yeah, they know each other real well. Yep. Built like Bane with the venom. No, not tell him. Bane is bigger. Bane, if you can even fathom that, yes, absolute Bane is bigger, way bigger than absolute Batman. So, yeah, WTF, exactly. Selena just got the venom, all right. Y'all nasty. Blue Falcon and Dynonutt number 2. As you recall, last issue, Dino, as he is, he's not quite Dynonutt yet. Dino got shot. And that's what he looking like right now. Not quite the Dynonutt we remember from yeah, he's not there yet. And I don't think he should talk. If this Dynonutt talks, he better have like some kind of voice synthesizer, kind of like on Up. Remember how the dolls was talking on Up when they had the voice synthesizer? He's like, oh, squirrel. You know what I'm saying? That would make more sense to me for Dynonutt talking. But if you just got an anthropomorphic dog and he talking, yeah, that ain't real canon. That's too Batmite, too Mr. Pitlick like. Keep him being a normal, regular dog. But anyway, I guess what's going on here is he's initiating the process. You know what I'm saying? To Dynonutt him up. Meanwhile, Blue Falcon goes all extra Batman, you know what I'm saying, on Mugs, going all extra hard on the city like just before nightfall. And he's going, shaking people down and beating people up and doing all kind of stuff because he want to find out who shot his dog. Also, if y'all ain't seen my comic video of this comic book, Blue Falcon and Dynonutt number 2, Who Shot My Dog, is still up on my page. Y'all can take a look at that real quick. But anyways, speaking, I guess we getting on a theme here. Not Dynonutt. Blue Falcon is player from the Himalayas. All right? Check it out. He got him a doctor girlfriend. What's her name? Maya, right? Maya. And Maya used to be in a relationship with him for 4 years. And so he let her know they shot Dino. But you know what I'm saying? Then when he goes to this bar to shake it down, they like, okay, we don't want to have no problem with you. And they give him a glass of milk to drink and all of that. And he tells them about how he looking for the dude that shot his dog. And this broad, I got a tasty idea. How about you give me a shot at taking your mind off your words? So she offering him the cookie. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, he got this just sitting around on standby. Player from the Himalaya. She laying around looking like a porn star. Talking about, you can make it up to me tonight. Dang, Radley. A cat named Radley got game like that. What Dion say? Must be the money. Because he don't seem like the kind of cat that got game like that for the lady. You know what I mean? But he finally did catch up with the dude that shot his dog, and he was chasing him down. He was on a motorcycle, and Blue Falcon was chasing him down. And he attached a bomb to a city bus. And Blue Falcon saved it, but at the cost of his own ass. And at the same time that Blue Falcon passes out, guess who's waking up? So, issue 3 of Blue Falcon and Dynonutt will potentially see us seeing Blue Falcon and Dynonutt together. And you see the next issue say, enter the Beast Woman. Now, when I read that caption, you know what I thought about? Her. And she got the, you know what I'm saying? She got the little cheetah thing in the background and all of that. Could she be Beast Woman? You know what I mean? But we find out in issue 3 because that's when Beast Woman is pulling up for the pull-up. So we'll find that out. Not a whole lot to tell about Blue Falcon and Dynonutt yet, you know, because we're still in the throes of their origin story. But we already know Blue Falcon is clearly a whole dog in Big City because Blue Falcon is like Batman. You know what I'm saying? Blue Falcon is like Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, okay, I'm going to give you a chance. But if y'all don't act right, I'm going to beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much, you know, how he's operated the first 2 issues, just beating the crap out of people. So, and he's always, it seems like his concern is him potentially being unalived when he's out on patrol. So maybe that's why he's coming up with Dynonutt. Because he actually needs a crime fighting partner in Big City. That, you know what I'm saying? He don't smile, he don't laugh, nothing. He just like, how's my good boy? How's Dino? Hey, Dino, how are you? No, I'll see you later, dear. Mwah. You know, are we having intercourse tonight? Whoa, no, I'm on patrol. Okay, maybe next time. You got a baddie laying around like Violet, man. You need to be taking care of her frequently because she the type that seems like she's very shallow. And if you ain't taking care of that, she need to go head on. You say Radley got him in his back pocket. You say he got him lying around like some loose change. And they chilling too. Like, hey, you know, hey, let me take it off your mind. Hey, make it up to me tonight. Hey, I'm here for you. So no, Radley must be gifted. or they're all gold diggers. One. That's the only thing I can think of. Caballo say Blue about to go John Wick. Going John Wick. He hanging people off of ledges talking about who shot my dog. Where the dude, he went and found the gang that broke into his lab and shot Dino. He tracked all of them cats down, put them all on a roof and said, where's this other cat? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to hang you off this roof and drop you if you don't tell me. And dude told him. Told him to borrow where he could find it. So, yeah. When you say player, all the way from the Himalayas all day, I'm like, go Blue Falcon, go. My God. Hey, but couldn't do that in the Saturday morning cartoon. You couldn't get all that player from the Himalayas type stuff going on in the Blue Falcon cartoon. So they had to put all the focus on Dynonutt being goofy. And he was so goofy that it overshadowed Blue Falcon, who was actually pretty cool. Who'd you say, Kamoyo? Cheeks first, crime second. Theo. Blue Falcon got a blue chew. Stand back, Dynonutt. I'm about to take a blue chew and go in the bedroom with Violet. Oh my goodness, man. Jimmy Palmiotti, Mr. Marvel Knights. If you don't need no other reason to read Blue Falcon and Dynonutt, the Jimmy Palmiotti. If you liked Marvel Knights, and Pascal Quilano's art is on point. Don't believe me? Did Violet look good laying there on that couch? Did he do that well? I would have to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, Blue Falcon has a villain called Super Thug. Holy smoke. Make you think about Nori, huh? What? Yeah, that. Okay. Real quick. This ain't gonna take too long. Well, let's go. You know what? I'll let y'all take a look at it. I'll let y'all see him. What'd you say, Theo? Blue Falcon got them pretty things flying across the Atlantic. Hey. What? What you try to do? No, I ain't gonna say that. We don't use that. We don't do that around here. Mainly in pretty good shape. Rib intact. There we go. That's the problem. So that's a deal breaker, but not enough to make it worth $12. I assure you. But anyway, this is issue 2, the second ever appearance of Luke Cage. And before you ask, yes, I have the first. We'll deal with Luke Cage number 1 when we deal with our number 1s. That's what we'll do. And that will be for another time. But anyway, for those of you that have never heard of Diamondback, Diamondback is Willis Stryker, the guy who set Luke Cage up and had him sent to Seagate Prison. Now, when he comes back, Willis Stryker has this special suit and these throwing knives. Some of them are explosive, and takes to fighting Luke Cage with him. He gets Luke Cage on the ropes, but then he is hoisted on his own petard when one of his knives drops on him and explodes. So Luke Cage indirectly gets his revenge in this book. If you can't afford it, or if you can find the omnibus, or if you can find the Marvel Masterworks, time out. Boom. Epic Collection. This has the first 16 Hero for Hire issues, 1 through 16. Even the Dr. Doom, where's my money, honey? And then 17 to 23 when it first becomes Luke Cage Power Man. So that's about $40 you could spend, and that's 23 issues of Luke Cage. It also has the Cornell Cottonmouth story in it. I also have the original book, but yeah, if you want to get certain collections, I suggest the Epic collection is smaller than an omnibus. But now, make no mistake, I am not an omnibus hater. Well, compendium, same difference. If I want the stories, I'll get the stories. Anywho, speaking of stories, first ever appearance of Eric Killmonger. Jungle Action number 6. Way back in the 70s, where they had fros and shags and jerry curls all at the same damn time. How is that possible, D? I don't know. I never had it. But there you go. Let's take a look at that book. Rib or spine intact, mostly. Book's kind of flat, but I mean, you look at it, it's still got a nice shiny appearance to it. And it showcases the art of Rich Buckler, and it is issue 1 or chapter 1, Panther's Rage. So these are books that are in my they're in my grading pile. And a grading pile is what we are putting together because I want to send them all off at once. I got a lot, man. I could actually do an entire show where I don't do nothing but pull out high dollar value comics for a good hour. If y'all want me to do that one show, one live, let me know. Trust me, it's no problem. I guarantee you gonna see shit in there like, oh my God, that's have I told y'all that I paid the closing costs on this house with giant size X-Men #1? My closing costs were 7 bands. Dude, trust me. I've been collecting comic books for a long time, and I still have a lot of the comic books that I collected when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. 10, 11, 12 years old. When I was 10 in 1967. So that's 77, 78, 79, 80. What comic books was coming out in 77, 78, 79, 80? Oh, wasn't that X-Men run? Wasn't that George Perez run on Avengers and Fantastic Four? Trust me. I got comic books. I'm just saying. Trust me. Y'all wanna do that? We can do that. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff that's graded. I got stuff that ain't graded. I got stuff that I'm taking that I'm going. Just if y'all want that show, let me know. And ain't no thing. I just got to go hit a couple different bins. I got to go grab a couple long boxes and pull some stuff out and say when. Say when. Anyways, Panther's Prey is the order of the day. Story, again, by the Don McGregor and Dwayne Turner. What's so special about Dwayne Turner? Shame on you. You can't say Dwayne Turner without saying Dwayne McDuffie. Anyhow, Panther's Prey tells that same damn cliche story about folks having trouble with the way T'Challa runs his country. Dear Marvel Comics, if the only stories you're going to write about T'Challa is challenges to his throne, potential challenges to his throne, somebody having a problem with him being on the throne, a group of people getting together and saying, we don't like you being on the throne. I mean, it done happen in every single run. Or somebody got something, they got a problem with the way T'Challa doing things. Oh, T'Challa likes Monica Lynn. Why shouldn't he? She got a big old booty. I'd like Monica Lynn too if she liked me. And I was single. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Monica Lynn was a baddie, but everybody and their mama had a problem with Monica Lynn. I'm talking about during the Panthers Rage run. They had a problem with Monica Lynn. T'Challa, because of what everybody was saying, he stopped messing with Monica Lynn. I mean, we talk about he was going to her mama and daddy's house eating chicken. They was tight like that. Monica Lynn took T'Challa to the grocery store with her to go shopping, talking about what's the problem with squeezing the Charmin? Why shouldn't we not squeeze the Charmin, Monica? Bruh, it was wholesome. It was a synthesis of Wakanda and the United States, and it worked. That's why I like that relationship. She didn't have vibranium armor, and she wasn't the avatar of eternity, but guess what? She had the Wakandan king's heart. But because of some bullcrap that everybody else was saying about what they thought about how you are a king, you should be dating her. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king. I can date who I want to. Ain't that what Prince Akeem did in Zamunda? And I suspect a lot of that story came from, or the concept of it, conceptually. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? He like an American girl. Don't nobody like that. He like an American girl. T'Challa was around having his people not like him dating an American girl first. So, and who had something to do with coming to America? Was it a guy whose last name was Hudlin? This stuff is so easy to piece together if you're smart. But anyways, this book or this series had a lot of smashing going on. Yeah. There's a villain named Solomon Prey. And all through the books, he got this freaky chick who got rejected by T'Challa, and she's all over him and rubbing on him and doing things, and they touching each other, and they doing the nasty and freaking it. Oh, I want to touch your wings. Oh, they so sexy. Do it to me while I'm holding your wings. Bruh, this run is freak nasty. Not only that, T'Challa goes to DC where Monica Lynn is singing and visits her at her apartment. And I'll ask you tell me, it's on the back. Who that reminds you of? Who does Monica Lynn look like in that picture? Who does Monica Lynn look like? That's what Monica Lynn is laying around doing. She just, bruh. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. Yeah. Yeah. We broke up. But 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 I ain't married and you ain't either. I don't see nothing wrong. Who is little buffing guy? Yes, T'Challa did a booty call in issue number 3. That was a booty call. The very definition of a booty call. So, mature themes throughout this run. So, yeah. I neglected to mention Taku and Horatio Walters' relationship is made known during this run. Matter of fact, Taku got on an outfit that make him look super flamboyant. And I'm like, bruh, what we doing over here? And this series came out like, I want to say 86, something like that. 80. No. Here, let me, don't give me the line. Let me tell you the truth. What do you do? Dang. 91. Came out in 91. So, yeah. Booty calls and LGBTQ relationships and freaky things going on. And all along with Solomon Prey and big pteranodons. And that's Solomon Prey, by the way. He wanted to be better than T'Challa, so this freaky ass chick would like him. It's trippy, but it's a good run. He attacks Wakanda with pteranodons, and he got like these cats who ride pteranodons, and they shooting laser beams and all kind of stuff. But it seemed like McGregor and Turner was trying to like rechannel that magic that they had. Well, was trying to rekindle the jungle action magic. I feel like it did something different. And he told a different story from a different, concept. This is also the run where T'Challa found out Cantu, the little fella who saved his life when Killmonger was about to throw him over the waterfalls, is smoking crack. And this came out in 91, and T'Challa's pissed that there's even crack in Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? And so then there, if you was here and wasn't running around with the Avengers, maybe you could pay more. That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So again, we get this political. Why can't we just have a story with the Black Panther, whether that be amongst his intergalactic empire or here on Earth taking care of some Avengers business or whatever? You want me to tell you a book that captured that well? Agents of Wakanda. The Black Panther worked with a select group of heroes and then called in certain heroes or characters as the situation called for it. Whose expertise would work well here in this situation? Let's go get John Jameson, Man-Wolf, to handle this. Let's go get Fat Cobra to handle this. Let's go get spectrum to hand, and that's kind of how Agents of Wakanda would. That's what we need. That's what we need, a dedicated monthly, the Black Panther, and go off of that theme. Ain't got to necessarily be filled with teams and stuff and that kind of a thing, but showcase his intellect, showcase his fighting prowess. You know what I'm saying? And don't bog us down with Wakandan politics. You know why Doom doesn't have to deal with with Latvian politics? Because he said my rule is absolute and I don't want to hear it under pain of death. You know why Namor, for the most part, doesn't have to deal with Atlantean politics? Because my word is law, and I wish one of you would try me, Imperious Rex. And on and on and on. Whatever other ruler you want to name, they ain't having it. I'm the king. That's the bottom, the top, the short, and the tall of it. And anybody who think different of Faye, come with it. Not our guy. Everybody in their mama got something to say. So, yeah. Until they get off that kick, they ain't never going to be able to tell long-lasting stories. But I recommend this. Highly great read. Highly great read. Okay. Back here. Oh, that image of Monica Lynn remind you of Halle Berry? Then I would urge you, sir, to take a very close look at a picture of Lynn Whitfield as she looked in 1990. I guarantee you will see a stronger similarity there, because that is the model that was used to draw that picture. She was darker than that. Why is she light skinned? Stop it. Here we go with that stuff again. That 100% looks like Halle Berry. See my previous comment. He wants some good old ghetto. It almost looked like Selena with how light she is. Okay, y'all. So, bonus question. Who that look like? To me, and I guess she was K-pop. Doesn't that look like Nia Long? I get Nia Long vibes from that image. This image, clearly, now that I've told you, you can see Lynn Whitfield now, can't you? So, told you, edutainment. Told you. What Bill Cosby say back in the day? You just might mess around and learn something. Hey. Agents of Wakanda. Yes, Agents of Wakanda was dope. I got the trade paperback. Agents of Wakanda or Black Panther Confidential. Honestly, to properly encapsulate everything that is him, he needs a book that deals specifically with just Wakandan stuff and call it something like Tales of Wakanda or whatever. Then he needs another book that is his main monthly book with his name on it. Period. Then a third book, Confidential, Agents of Wakanda, what have you. But he ain't never going to get the A-list status he deserves until he has a consistent top-notch monthly. You see, they already getting ready to do away with Ultimate. So, well, not Ultimate, but the Ultimate universe in general. So that means no more Ultimate to Black Panther. And we start the cycle all over again. Let me get these last two comments here. Hot take. T'Challa is being weighed down by his supporting cast, i.e. Shuri and others. I agree 100%, hence the need for a dedicated Tales of Wakanda book separate from a monthly BP mag. Linfield, yeah, she was a baddie back in the 90s, no doubt. Remember Thin Line Between Love and Hate? 3 or 4 books like Punisher had in the 90s. Facts. Punisher War Journal. And didn't he make an appearance in the Nam? And then they had Straight Punisher. And then they had Punisher. Man, he did. Spider-Man. Spider-Man had like 5-6 books in the 90s. It had Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, and reprints in Marvel Tales. So, yeah. Yeah, ready for Shuri and all of them to take a back seat. Yeah, give them their own little monthly and let them crowd one another. And occasionally, Black Panther pull up. You know what I'm saying? Do a little something, just to let you know I'm still part of this. But other than that, let them shine. I would really love to see other superpowered beings and or characters in Wakanda. That's what they should focus on with a book like that. You telling me you got a whole technologically advanced city and there's no superhuman population? None? Gentle and Vibraxis. That's it? Where the people with the powers? Where the mutants? Where the people that had them experiments that mess up and end up accidentally giving them powers? Ain't no demigods? No aliens living in Wakanda? Nobody? Something to think about. He needs a dedicated Black Panther office. Yeah, because obviously they do not give 2 rat farts about what goes on with him. But you know what? The way I think it is, Nightellum, is they do not see the Black Panther the way the fans do. They do not think. And it's largely because when he does have a book, we spend more time criticizing it than hailing it. I'm not saying be disingenuous in your complimenting. I'm not saying be disingenuous in your critiques and reviews. You do not have to glaze the book in order to let people know it's a good book. Just tell them what you liked about it consistently. If I consistently like something and the person making it sees that I consistently like it, perhaps, just perhaps, they'll make more of it. I'm not begging for nothing. I'm not saying don't ask for a quality product. But when you do, ask. You see what happened when we all mobbed that letters page on the Eve Ewing run? Y'all see what happened? Shit changed. When you go to them in their format, in their arena, and get on their neck, because guess what? They aren't the only ones who see those letters. Other people see that letters page. Other people see that. People that don't read comic books see that. Make the outcry large enough. Stop listening to these step and fetches that are just contented with whatever is given to them, and they just like, whoa, well, Mr. Gilmore said we only supposed to have half a book, so why we out here complaining? We could have no book. If you're gonna ask. Don't pussyfoot about it. Be 100. and that's the long and the short of it, y'all. But I ain't gonna waste y'all time turning it into a T'Challa thing. I know new comics came out. Those new comics will be reviewed, and they will show up on next week's Comics in Review Deep Dive. Battle Beast, Racer X, Absolute Wonder Woman, Gatchaman, and Blue Falcon and Dynonutt have been the order of the day. If there are books that you would like me to do a review and a deep dive on, and if my LCS has it, I would be happy to do that for you, because I'm looking for something else to read besides Marvel. I'm looking for something else to read besides DC. Now, don't get it twisted. I like DC comics. There are DC comics that I do enjoy. There was one Marvel comic that I enjoyed, but they're getting ready to cancel it, so that problem kind of solves itself. But yeah, I mean, they got Image, they got Dark Horse, they got of course, Dynamite and Man Cave. Plenty stories there. Once folks are given what they claim they want, they just keep bitching. And that's the culture now. It's like nobody ever actually, or there are not enough people saying, I like this, I enjoyed it. But you can get a crap ton of people telling you what they hated or what they didn't like. And that's the culture we've become. We've become this super, ultra, mega critical ass culture. Fuck it. What do you like? Stop telling me about what you hate or what you didn't enjoy. That's depression. I'm protecting peace at all costs, y'all. Peace over presence. All day, every day. I'm going to say it again. Peace over presence. I ain't got to be right every day, all day. And once I educate you and you don't receive that education, I'm not wasting my time no more. How often you see me bitching and arguing with idiots? I ain't gonna do it. If you cannot receive logic and sense and stuff that resonates when I tell you, now I tell them, say no Thundercats. You know what? I bought a couple issues of Herculoids, and I didn't really get into it, but I feel like I should give Herculoids a chance. Thundercats, I don't know how far along they are. If it's good, do Panthro get some shine? You know what I'm saying? And there are a couple of Dynamite titles that I am interested in bringing to y'all. A couple of Dynamite Man Cave titles, a couple more of them. That is that, gang. You make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share this page right here. Check your notifications regular, because Facebook, YouTube don't like me. So they are suppressing my views, like Kamoyo said earlier. So I really, 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 really need y'all to get in there, dig in, dig deep, and like stuff. Like, when you like it, hit like. When you watch the video, hit like. Share it. Tell somebody else about it. That's why I put stuff on X. That's why I put stuff on Blue Sky. That's why I put stuff on Facebook. That's why I put it out everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because if YouTube want to keep tripping and, it's like, you don't show the brother no love, I'm going to get it one way or another. You know what I mean? So comment, like, subscribe, and share. Thank y'all for pulling up. Make sure you pull up tomorrow night, same real time, same real channel. We're going to be doing Thursday Live. I got some talk topics. Ooh, we going to talk. Ooh, are we going to talk? Y'all make sure you set your notifications. You don't want to miss that. And as always, on Friday, me and your man, Theo B from I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying, going to be pulling up on Friday. Bring what you drink, bring what you smoke. It's going down. So, and just real quick, bringing what you drink and bringing what you smoke don't necessarily mean you got to bring what I drink and what I smoke. That's why I say bring what you drink and what you smoke. You know what I'm saying? If you burn incense, then that's your smoke. If you smoke cigars, that's your smoke. If you smoke cigarettes, that's your smoke. If you smoke biddies, that's your smoke. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. People smoke sometimes. Cigars can be very relaxing if you don't try to smoke them like an engine. What you drink, you can drink milk. You can drink Nestle Quick. You can drink soda. You can drink coconut milk. Whatever you bring, what you drink, what you smoke, whatever helps you to vibe with us. That's what we want you to bring, and bring your imagination and your curiosity. We need that too. I got some fun stuff prepared for Friday. We're going to have another gauntlet. I know y'all enjoy those gauntlets. We're going to have another gauntlet. This gauntlet is going to be all female gauntlet. I ain't going to tell you who the women are, but when we get there, I can tell you it's going to be interesting, and it is skill based, not necessarily power based. Powers are involved, but it's more skill than power. But that's one of the things we're going to have coming. I might have another little fun surprise too. Might do some stuff where I ask y'all to name some things like I did with Hurricane Polymar and threw y'all off a little bit. But there's always something happening over here at Be Real with D Real. Y'all just got to come over and see about it. Make sure your notifications is on. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones until I do. Yo, y'all be good to each other. I'm sideways.